Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the Doki Doki Literature Club. And it's the big day, guys. It is festival time, and we're going to get right back into it pretty quickly. The last episode, wow, more feels. Just to briefly recap, we finished our baking with Natsuki. We also kind of suggested we want to get to know her a bit better by she's welcome to come over and read manga and, hang out and stuff, so get to know each other better as friends from the sound of Dave's perspective. But Natsuki may have took it the wrong way. She's looking for maybe more romance kind of thing. So they got a bit closer, literally and figuratively, in terms of friendship, but also Natsuki getting close, almost for a kiss by the looks of things, but caught out by Sayori, who was obviously, it was the worst possible time for her to catch Dave possibly getting too friendly with the other girls, and Sayori went to the wrong conclusion kind of thing. Natsuki rushed off, and then Sayori was really kind of upset and still being affected by a depression. But we made the choice, and Dave asserted his feelings, and we said we love Sayori, not Natsuki. We love Sayori, and she loves us. So they've kind of declared themselves a couple. But again, Sayori's kind of suggesting she doesn't want things to change. So they're taking it at their own pace. They hugged, even though Sayori didn't hug too well back. Her grip got a bit weak. And she thought it would be the happiest moment ever, but apparently it's not turned out that way. She's still hurting a bit. So I don't know how this is going to go at this point. It's not looking completely great, guys. I've kind of got a bad feeling about this day at the festival, but we must find out what happens. So let us get back into it. So we're back outside Dave and Sayori's house, and it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. Alright, okay, that's normally what happens. Why, what's up today? But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Uh-oh. Are you going up to our house? I considered going to our house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Well, yeah, I'm assuming this is just like a day or later, or maybe a few days later, so you've only just been boyfriend and girlfriend for like a couple of days or a day or something, so maybe that's a bit too forward, I guess. But you've done it for years, so... Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Oh yeah, we were meant to get Sayori to help us out with cupcakes, and not to eat them. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. Natsuki's looking forward to the festival in general, just not the part that the literature club has to do. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. Yeah, poor Yuri's completely left out. Our protagonist, Dave, kind of mentioned that he did have a crush on Monica, but she's kind of like the whole school's crush. So I guess that's pretty much forgotten now, so get wrecked, Monica. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Okay, so we're at the club. We're at school, we're at the club. Just noticing, guys, I was just checking that I didn't have my volume down. There's still no music, which is a bit odd, especially when we come to the club. Dave, you're the first one here. Oh, really? For once, Monica is on tap, like, early. She's like the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Dave. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Wait a minute, what? Monica, how do you know about this? And also, got a bone to pick with you, Monica, actually. What did you say to Sayori about everything that's going on? I remember I'm a bit suspicious of Monica at the moment. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? What? Monica, how do you also know that we were hanging around the houses in the neighbourhood for a little while this morning, thinking about things? How do you know this? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. So you're stalking everyone? That's the kind of vibes you're giving off right now. But I stammer, embarrassed. You shouldn't be embarrassed if you love the girl. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. And that's making me even more worried and suspicious. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah, kind of like me, although in Scotland right now it's quite hot, so I can't feel the chill. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Now you're deviating away from the subject of you knowing too much. Way too suspicious. They came out really nice. Yes, so you and Sayori worked on them, right? Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognised Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. Oh, so they both went with the beach one. Cool. What's this? Uh-oh. Yeah, what is this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. Oh. Well, that is also a little bit odd. Did she change her poem at the last minute? Or have you got something to do with this, Monica, just because I'm a bit suspicious of you? It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, okay, right, what is it? Okay, so we've got another poem. It's called, well, from the title, I think that's the percentage symbol, so it's called Percentage. I think, if that means anything different, let me know, guys, down below. I don't know if I really need to read this one, guys. It's pretty obvious what it says. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Constantly. And then get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh boy, guys. now I am extremely worried about Sayori. So she's clearly, clearly her depression's got worse, and she's had bad thoughts just from the repetition. And don't know, get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. So that sounds as if she's talking to me. She's talking to us, the protagonist. She does what's best for you, and when she talks, she's previously talked about just her not being around and just us hanging out with the other club members, which immediately sends off warning signs in my head. Red flag. If I listen to everything she said to me, now this line I really don't like, because this sounds like something to do with Monica. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. I mean, what was it she said in the last episode? I love you so much that I could die, or something like that. Oh God. Finished writing the poem, never actually finished it, just stops moving. God, the certain references and metaphors. Shit, this is not good. We need to find Sayori. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Dave? What's wrong? Nothing. Yeah, there is something wrong. Monica, have you not even looked at Sayori's poem? This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Right. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Alright, so he did literally get out of school and go straight to her house. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been, so literally it was just yesterday they became a couple. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. Okay? I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. What is it with the Sayori just leaving the door unlocked as well? Sayori? Oh God, guys, I have an extremely bad feeling about this. For a start, as I said before, the music still has... no music has kicked in yet, and we've also got a black screen like the last time. Oh, Sayori, please be okay. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Well, yes, I guess. Certainly did. I think I've mentioned the reference to Toradora before, but I certainly did with Ryuji and Taiga. But this is way different. This is not good. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Okay. Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Well, you've knocked. You've at least knocked and waited a wee while, so there's warning. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. So...
Oh no!
Oh my god. Fuck. I mean, I had a bad feeling this would happen, that she would, well, what looks like suicide. I didn't think it would be that bad, though, that she would hang herself in her room. But I don't really get what this is. An exception. The game has turned into a computer error. What? Is my computer okay? Oh, not the time to make jokes. Jeez. Oh, this is so fucked up. Oh, God, guys. Oh. Also, that made my... When that popped up, that made my heart jump and also shatter. Oh, man. Poor Sayori. Fuck. I guess we have to continue. What the hell? Yeah, exactly, dude. Fucking hell. This is extremely sad and extremely messed up. What the hell? Is this a nightmare? I don't know with the fuzzy screen and error messages, dude, but it doesn't look like it. It has to be. And also the xylophone with the tune of the game is not helping the scene. This isn't real. Don't know, I think it is, buddy. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Well, the signs have been there, dude. But this is too sad. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Well, I don't know. The words do not come. Shit. I guess we could have been in there with her 24/7, watching her when she told us about her situation, and maybe this wouldn't have happened. But this is such a, you know, big sensitive topic. I don't really know how to talk about it, really. Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. Well, I don't know, dude. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She needed support. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Yeah, she did say that. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Yeah, I wasn't thinking that, so maybe that choice did fuck this up, but I don't think either choice would have made a difference to this scenario. Why was I so selfish? Yeah, this is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like it always has been, then it could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can bring her back. Nothing. Yeah, this situation's so tense and kind of feels emotional that I can't even read anymore, guys. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I shouldn't really laugh, but that the game is just joking with itself now. I guess this game does have bad ends, so is there a way for me to reset and try something different? I got an error. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Jesus. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Uh-oh. End. Oh, alright, so there definitely is alternate endings in this game, guys. Holy crap. What? What the fuck? So Sayori's image has disappeared. It's been taken over. It's been kind of merged with a cross between Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica, but the majority of it is Monica's image. Holy crap. So the option for new game is kind of gone, and it's just this now. I don't know how we continue with this, guys, to be honest. Do you hit this button? Or do we just go back to load game and look at the other scenarios? Because there must be obviously other ends that we get. What I'll do is I'll maybe try this top option here, see what happens, and if it doesn't do anything, then we will come back and try going back to one of our older games, guys. So let's see what happens. Okay, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any tension she might draw to herself. The girl is random gibberish. Think we clearly know, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh my god! What? What? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. So, is this how the game's going to play out now? It started a new... So that's obviously started a new game, but it's removed Sayori and replaced her with, well, combinations of both Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica. So I think we've read this dialogue already, but I'll keep going for now. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Right? School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Dave? Oh my god. Wow. So yeah, this is a new game, but I remember clearly that that line was by Sayori. And so now it's Monica. Okay. So, Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
Ahaha, about that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one.
A literature club. What the hell, game? Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far.
Wow. So it is literally overwriting Sayori's existence now. So that would mean when she says there's only 3 of us, it would mean Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. So yeah, they've wiped Sayori. Wow.
It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Well, we know who that is. Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she? Yes.
Hey, Dave. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
How convenient, yes, apparently. Ah. I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor?
Nope. Don't trust you.
I won't ask you to join, but...
You just did. Pretty much.
If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please.
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Dave, you know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Wow, that context. So in the previous playthrough at the original beginning, we sold our soul for a cupcake from Natsuki. But now we've sold our soul to Monica. Interesting. Everything seems to be revolving around Monica at the moment, guys. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Jeez, what the hell? Go on, well, we know who you are.
A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Dave.
And immediately we'll remember the club even though we didn't agree. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah, there's just one problem. One's missing, and you don't seem to remember her.
So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Dave in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika?
Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
How convenient.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Dave?
Okay, so far, the story is pretty much run the same, guys. I'm pretty sure I remember them organising tea and cakes for us at this point. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table, but at the moment, I don't think I'm going to skip because there's certain things that are different, and obviously the game is changing, glitching. So I guess we've got to keep going, and I might turn this into a bit of a longer episode because of that. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika.
So, I knew you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. Yuri hasn't changed a bit, thankfully. Nor Natsuki, really. But you, Missy. Not sure about you anymore.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Dave, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Yep, because we know she's a manga enthusiast. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Horror.
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
That too.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Well, that's cool. We know she's passionate about reading, guys. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Yeah, we know that. I read a horror book once. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at straws, something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh? Is that so? Really? If a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
Triggered.
What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Stop!
Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Natsuki,
you write your own poems?
Well, I guess, sometimes.
Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Right, guys, at this point I'm going to skip a little bit of the dialogue because I remember reading all this, so just to skip it a little bit just to see if we come to anything different. Okay, we'll come back to this point just because I'm curious, because we always walked home with Sayori at this point, so I'm just wondering if anything's different here. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. There's someone missing, dude. Try and remember. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Yeah, sure. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So do we actually need to do this again? Oh, wait. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure, why not? A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay, that sounds like a nightmare more than a dream. Okay. Right, okay, so we're back to the word choosing exercise for the poem. I noticed someone is missing from the chibi characters. Right, okay, let's choose. So obviously there's going to be words that still relate to Sayori but not really that important anymore. So let's choose some other stuff. So Fluffy will be Natsuki. Forgive, Yuri. Cage, Yuri. Flee, Yuri. Valentine will be Natsuki. Pink will also be Natsuki. I'm trying to balance these out this time, guys. Heart is also Natsuki. Dark is Yuri. Empty will also be Yuri. Scars will also be Yuri. Doki Doki is Natsuki. Kiss will be Natsuki. Disown is Yuri. Kawaii is Natsuki. So we're at 15. Sadness is Natsuki. Judgment is Yuri. Marriage is probably Natsuki. Papa is Natsuki. Broken is Yuri. And I think I need to choose one more towards Natsuki, so we'll choose Strawberry. Okay, see if anything changes.
Hi again, Dave. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. No, do worry, dude. You need to run the fuck out of this club right now. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Okay, so I'm going to skip a little bit further, guys, see if anything else changes. There's one change straight off the bat. What the hell is happening?
Thanks for keeping your promise, Dave.
Okay.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
This is really freaking me out a little bit, guys. What the actual hell is going on?
Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica.
Right, okay, I don't know if you guys heard that, but the music kind of lagged there, went a little bit out of tune. And also I've seen now that Monica is appearing in front of the text.
Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room.
What? Mate. Okay, I couldn't read the text because Monica was in the frickin' way. She finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Dave. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. Again, I think the music lagged. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Is this where she recommends a horror book?
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Also,
I think I'm just picking up on this right now, but I believe Sayori was the vice president of the club. So now Yuri's got that role. Wow. Yuri reaches in the bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. But you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for this club. Yeah, I'm going to skip a little bit more, guys, because we have read this. Wow, Jesus. At this point I would say, Gamer, you alright? But I know this is doing this on purpose. Fucking Monica.
She never puts my stuff back in the right spot.
So we're back at Natsuki looking through our manga cupboard. But we've seen this bit apart from that one scene, so I'll keep going. Okay, wow. The lines are getting messed up, guys. Don't judge a book by its cover. Confirmed, Natsuki has dad problems. Wow. This episode's gone on for quite a wee while, and holy shit, there's a lot happened, especially with our poor Sayori, who apparently we don't even remember existing anymore now. So yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to call this episode right here, and we'll continue with what appears to be this kind of New Game Plus mode, but everything is getting more and more effed up. So we'll continue with this and see where it goes, and if things change, whether we develop a different interest with one of the other girls, and what else could possibly happen. Nothing good by the looks of things based on what's happened to Sayori already, and definitely have suspicions about Monica now, but we have to continue to find out. So at this point, guys, I'll say thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a massive, beautiful, big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, don't forget to smash the subscribe button on the channel there, and also the notification bell so you get notes of when new videos go up on the channel. If you've got any questions you want to ask me, or want to talk about the game or anything else, just post them below. I always look forward to reading any comments, and yeah, we'll see what happens with the story now how the game has changed, and also what is awaiting us for Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika, since Sayori is out of the picture right now. So at this point, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!